guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla. Today I'm filming a video that I have never done before on my channel. I've had my channel for years and I've just never done a video like this before, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But I am going to be talking about the case of Shanaira Seldon. She was 25 years old when she went missing and was found dead. This case has not gotten that much coverage. I found her mom's TikTok up on my For You page. Shanaira Seldon. I hope I'm saying that right, but she popped up on my TikTok and she was mentioning her daughter's case, which was what most of this information is from. I'm filming this video to give it more coverage so more people can see it and to get it out there. So if you're interested in hearing the case, then just keep on watching the video. So I'm not going to be as happy in this video because it's very disturbing and very upsetting. We're gonna go on to background first and who she was as a person. So she was 25 when she went missing. She was from I think it's called Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville. I'm gonna say Louisville. I think that's what it is. Louisville, Kentucky. She was 5'1". She was just at 100 pounds. She had brown eyes and she was known to have a heart of gold. Her mom stated that she had a beautiful singing voice. She was very ambitious and she was just overall a really good girl. Now her mom, Shanaira Seldon, she is a therapist, so she works with addiction, and that comes to play and later on in the video why that is important. So, April of 2018, Shanaira did have a son. His name was Aiden. Aiden and her were driving to North Carolina, and they were on the West Virginia Turnpike. That is when she lost control of the vehicle and her son Aiden died on impact. And Aiden was her only child, so you can only imagine how heartbreaking that was. Well, that was 2018. November 2018 rolls around. The man asked to come stay with her mom, Shanaira, because he felt like he would get into bad habits. Now this guy, he was close to her mom. He was close to Chanera. He's been in the family for many years, and he even called Shanaira mom. January 2019 rolls around and Shanaira and this guy start a relationship. Her mom did not approve of this relationship at all because she thought her daughter only wanted to be with him because she was sad, about losing her son. She didn't think that she actually wanted to be with him. She thought that she was just mourning over her lost son. No one in her family liked this guy either. Even though her mom didn't approve, she noticed her daughter wasn't as sad. She wasn't screaming out crying anymore. She just wanted her daughter to be okay. Fast forward 3 months. Around April 2019, her mom noticed this guy using drugs. She didn't know what kind of drugs though, but she knew it wasn't marijuana. Chanera was laying her head in her mom's lap and she said, "I feel like such a fool." And her mom asked, "Why, baby?" She mentioned how she doesn't like this guy's friends. And her mom said, "Well, he gives me bad vibes too, but why don't you like them?" And she said, "Because they keep making me do stuff." And her mom asked if it was drugs, and Chanera said no. And she asked, "What kind of stuff?" And Chanera replies, "Sexual stuff. They keep trying to make her do sexual stuff." And of course her mom told her, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. At this point, her mom knew something was up. She already didn't feel right in the first place, but now she was very concerned for her daughter. Something just wasn't sitting well with her. Fast forward, Chanera rolls back in school. She went into school because she had dreams of becoming a nurse. She starts to get her credit cleaned up. She's doing good. She was still talking to him here and there, but that didn't last long. This guy keeps trying to get Chanera to go back to him. So Chanera's mom calls him and says that she doesn't believe him, doesn't believe that he's waiting for her, and that she knows he still does drugs. Chanera kept saying how he's doing good and that he is not on any drug, and that she knows that he's getting clean. October 11, 2019, Mika, Chanera's mom, her son, calls Shanaira and says that Chanera is gone. He said someone came and picked her up. He saw on his video cameras that she had gotten into a vehicle. She wouldn't answer the phone, and when she finally did, she said she was going back to his house. Her mom begged her not to go. She said she would call her mom when she got to the house, and she did. She called. In order for her mom to make sure that she was okay, she called every day just to make sure that she was all right and that nothing would happen to her, or she would hang out with her, grab lunch, or do whatever. She just wanted to be with her daughter. On Friday, Shanera called and asked if they could meet up, maybe for dinner or something. She just wanted to talk to her mom. Well, that meeting never happened because her mom got really sick that weekend. Shanera FaceTimed her that Saturday, and they were just talking about how beautiful she looked and about her new job. And this was the last time that anyone has talked to Chanera. This is when the case takes a wild turn. Shamika did get a text from her daughter Saturday. She thought it was weird because they usually called or they FaceTimed. They never usually text. And her daughter asked if she was feeling better. October 20th is the very last time that she had communication with her daughter. So the day before that was the last time that she had any like verbal conversations. And then the day after is the final day that she had any communication with her daughter. On the 21st, Shamika got a text message that said, "Is Chanera with you?" Her mom had instant dread and fear. She called Shanera's phone and this guy answered. And she asked, what did he mean by "Is Chanera with you?" These were his exact words. He said, "To be honest, haven't been vibing like that." So she asked for some space. We haven't been vibing like that. This case gets me heated. He said he stayed at his mom's house that night, and when he got home that morning, she wasn't there. He said that sometimes she goes for a walk, but her mom knew that that wasn't true because Chanera didn't go on walks. He said he was gonna go look for her, and he immediately hung up. Shamika called his mom. She asked when is the last time that she has seen him or Chanera, and she said that she has not seen them since Saturday. Her mom explains the situation, says it's unlikely for Chanera to do this, and if she doesn't show up by 12, that she was gonna go to their house. Well, it was 12:08. 12 came up and she didn't show up, so of course she felt sick to her stomach. She instantly went to the house and she called the police. When she got to the house, this guy, of course, he was high. She then asked him for her phone, so he gave her the phone. She told this guy that the police were coming and that they were on the way, and he stated that he had a warrant. Okay, so your supposed to be girlfriend is missing and you care about yourself and how you have a warrant? Come on, dude. When the cops got there, they told Shamika that they felt like this guy wasn't being honest, so they gave her the number to the missing person detective. They felt that she needed to contact them immediately. The police left around 2 and she went to go look for the daughter herself because she felt like the police were not doing anything. She called all of her friends and they all went to go look for her, and this is when they showed up on the guy's friend's house, and the guy stated that, "I swear I haven't seen her, like I promise." And the friend said that she wasn't in good spirits and that she seemed sad and depressed and rocky. Shamika thought that they were trying to set something up and that something was just not right. She did not believe it. She stayed at this house and argued with the guy's friend for about an hour, asking and pleading where her daughter is to bring her back. And she definitely knew something wasn't right, so she ended up putting up flyers up everywhere. I'll put the flyer up right here so you guys can see and what she was wearing the day that she went missing. While looking for her, Shamika went through her daughter's phone. This guy told her that he left Saturday afternoon at 3:08. But he left her at home and started calling and texting her immediately, Chanera, and there was no response. Shamika then went into the guy's phone and saw sexual encounters with his male friend. Yeah. She never let the guy know that she went through the phone and what she saw, but she did let the detectives know. On day 2 of her disappearance, Shamika's other daughter had mentioned that she always felt Shanera's body wherever she was and like could feel her soul. She said she always felt her even when they weren't close to each other. Said that she doesn't feel her anymore. She said that her sister Chanera is not here anymore, and that is when she started to mourn. Day 2 is also when they had mediums reach out to them saying the exact same thing. She didn't want to accept it. She was still holding on hope that maybe her daughter would show up and that maybe she just like ran away and that she would be back. But everyone kept saying the same exact thing. On day 2, they ended up having a search party at the house, and that's when Jonathan was packing his bags and putting them in the trunk. She thought, how could he just leave? Seriously, like, your girlfriend's missing and you're sitting here packing up bags. What are you gonna do? Go on a freaking vacation to Hawaii? Like, what are you doing? And Shamika's wife said it's because he knows that she's not coming back, which I personally agree with this 100%. He never posted any flyers. He never joined the search party. He didn't do anything to try to help find where Shanaira is. Day 3, 4, 5 rolls around and they were looking everywhere. The parks that were nearby, the dumpster, the morgue, which she said she had a gut-wrenching feeling, which of course she said if you've ever had anyone missing that you had to look for in the morgue, it is the most worst experience possible that she could ever imagine. So it's like Chanera disappeared from this world without a trace. They couldn't find anything. Couldn't find her backpack, couldn't find her pea coat. She said when she disappeared, it was 70 degrees outside, and Jonathan, which is actually the guy's name, we find out later on, he is the one that said that she was wearing the pea coat. Shamika said that her daughter did not even put on a pea coat when it was like very cold outside. She had to force her daughter to wear a coat, you know, so she wouldn't get sick. Her ID was found in her drawer. Her hijab was still at the house, but her pea coat was missing and a pair of Air Maxes. She said it didn't make sense at all, especially if you knew her, and she did leave her phone, which is a bit odd because Shanera, she loved being on her phone like most of us, so it didn't make any sense. And with the hijab, she was Muslim. She never really left without it. That was weird as well. Shamika stated that the LMPD is doing nothing to help, and this is the Louisville Metro Police Department. They were pretending to investigate, but she knew that they definitely were not. She would not get any information about her daughter that was missing. Her mom and her friends were the one to look through the police record, search for her, and do everything that the police were supposed to do. Mothers should not have to do this. Of course, moms, family, whatever, are gonna go try to look for their daughter or whoever it may be, but the police are the ones that really should be doing the job, in my opinion. Because imagine how awful it would be to find your child dead, you know? And this is the police, that's their job. Her mom was like, there's no way that this is happening again since her grandchild had passed not that long before. She said that if she was dead, that she would not be able to survive. Sunday night rolls around. Shamika, her wife, and her granddaughter were all sitting at the kitchen table eating dinner, and she got a news flash on her phone saying that a body was found in a river in Indiana. Her mom instantly knew that it was Chanera. It was Chanera's body. The body was not identified as male or female. All Shamika could do was scream and cry because she instantly knew that this was her daughter. She didn't know for a fact, but something told her that it was her daughter. Next day, she kept calling the Louisville Police Department, but she was found in Indiana, so they weren't giving her the right information. Her mom stayed hopeful, of course, that maybe it wasn't her daughter. Her sister's detective took a look at the body and said that it was not Chanera, but her mom knew that wasn't true. So I don't know why they decided to say that it wasn't, but obviously it turns out that it was Shanera's body. The news and her mom start putting up more flyers, and this is when Jonathan walks by and he acts concerned. Okay. He was saying how he heard that there was a body found in the river. He said he hoped that it wasn't Chanera. This was obviously a lie. He knew that it was Chanera. Like, come on. He said that he was freaking out. Shanera's mom has not heard from Jonathan since she went missing. Jonathan told Shamika that he was putting up flyers for Chanera, but later on, she found out that that was not true. That was not the case. She found out that Jonathan was lying. That's obviously really sketchy. She was teaching at a college, and one day, the detectives reached out to her, and they said, why don't you come in today and meet with me? And Shamika asked why. She knew what he wanted, but she wanted to spare her own feelings. He said that he wanted to tell her where they were with the case, so she went up later that day after she was done teaching. She said her legs felt like lead when she was walking into the building, which you can only imagine. You think you're about to get the news that your daughter has passed. One of her friends thankfully went with her, so she wasn't alone, which I definitely would not go alone either. So 2 detectives sit her down and they say, we are 98% sure that the body that we found in the river is your daughter's. She felt like somebody took a brick and was just punching her in the gut. She said 98% sure. And they said they were going to look at some things just to be sure. And before they got their sentence out, the coroner called and they had confirmed that the body found in the river was Shanera's. Shamika asked what happened, and they said they didn't think any foul play was involved, and they think that she killed herself. Mom didn't accept it, but of course she didn't challenge it. I mean, what could she do? Chanera was practicing Muslim, and suicide is one of the biggest sins in Islam, so it definitely wasn't that. It definitely was not suicide. She had several conversations with Jonathan. She just kept asking what happened to her kid and how it was her body that was found. He gave her 100 different reasons. He blamed it on his friend. He blamed it on his friend's girlfriend. He said they were jealous of her because she was so beautiful. Shanaira was beautiful, but this does not make any sense at all. He blamed it on everyone else but himself. So Shamika tried to get the death certificate, and they said that it was still under investigation, even though they had ruled it out as suicide. The medical examiner was different from the coroner. Initially, it was ruled out by drowning, by suicide from the medical examiner, but the coroner said that it just didn't sit well with her. So she did the case as undetermined. She then reached out to the coroner and said that she was the most phenomenal person ever, even to this day. And the coroner said, why don't you look at the autopsy reports? But Shamika never got the autopsy reports, so the coroner then sent the reports to her mom. Looking at the autopsy reports, it said that she took frequent walks by the river, but she did not like walking. It said that she had multiple suicide attempts. She's never tried to kill herself. And it says that she was depressed. She wasn't depressed, she was just sad about losing her son like anyone else would be. And it showed that she was found naked. She only had a hair tie in the back of her head holding up her ponytail. Her vaginal and anal cavities were dilated, which could mean the veins that happened after death, or it could mean that, that she was sexually assaulted. Other things. They did no rape kit. She had congestion in her neck. No one could explain it to her until a year after she passed away. They said it could be a blood buildup, or it could have meant that someone was choking her. Please tell me why she found this out a year after her daughter died. Like, are you kidding me? They couldn't tell her this sooner. They couldn't investigate sooner. She asked the coroner where all this information came from because it definitely did not come from her. And what did they say? Jonathan. All this information, this fake information, came from Jonathan. And the case goes cold. And the city had to deal with the Breonna Taylor case. Her mom said that she didn't mind it because that was just as a depressing case as her daughter's. Her mom wrote a letter about everything that we just talked about, and she had sent it to the agencies. She said that if Jonathan didn't do it, then he definitely knew who did. It always comes back to him. All this information just always comes back to Jonathan. Jonathan has not been formally questioned. The last time the detective in Louisville asked him to come to the station, he denied, which is another major big flag. I don't have any information on Jonathan. I don't know his last name or anything, or how old he was. I do know he was African American male. Yeah, that is where we are at the case. So I'm guessing it's still undetermined. I definitely think that foul play was involved, and I definitely think that Jonathan was involved, or he knew what happened to her, just like her mom said. This is a very depressing case. I've never done a video like this before, but like I said, I knew that this video needed to get out there. Maybe if more people reach out to the detective, or they'll look into the case and see that there was foul play involved, because I just don't think, there's no way that suicide was involved, especially with all these circumstances about her being Muslim and how she was never depressed. I mean, obviously she was sad because of her son, but her mom said that there's no way that she could have killed herself. That is the end of the case. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed it. Put her mom's TikTok down below if you guys want to go see other videos that she had made. I just wanted to film a video. I just spit everywhere. I just wanted to film a video and put all the information into one. I tried to gather as much information that I could, so I hope I did somewhat of a good job. But if you guys want more of these videos, let me know and give me some case ideas. I'm praying for Shamika, Shanaira's mom, and hope that she's okay. I know this is very traumatic and very annoying because she doesn't exactly know what happened to her daughter, but I hope she gets justice and they find out what actually did happen to her. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below, subscribe, stay happy. Bye guys.
Wow.